Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today is going to be an interesting vlog. It was actually spawned by what for me is extremely disappointing news, and of course right off the bat there'll be a half a dozen people, or maybe more, that will know exactly what I'm going to talk about. We all have our favorite genres. Mine is not hack and slash games. I'll probably never play those God of War games. Just they look beautiful. I'm thrilled that my friends have something cool to play that's a single player offline game. I give it a 2 big thumbs up. I'll never touch it personally. Oh Dean, you should try it. It's great. It's not my idea of comedy. It's just I'd rather play a repetitive shooter before playing. I'm just not into hack and slash. I don't like the Skyrim, Witcher 3 I'll never touch. I just don't like swords in that medieval period, but that's fine. If you guys liked it, that's great. I'm just happy that everyone has something fun that they can play. But one of the few things that I love are racing games. Racing games, like, Dirt Rally, a fantastic game. I like this so much. It was kind of a step down to play Dirt 4 with the weird procedurally generated tracks, which I absolutely hated. I didn't like that. They kind of dumbed everything down. I went back and played more of this. This is a great game. And I'll get into more other things I don't like about modern gaming in relationship to that. I played this for about a week straight. Fantastic. This is it's a shame I got to go back and play a 10-year-old racing game because we cannot have an designated offline single-player racing game today for some reason. Flat Out 4, I'm one of the 12 or 13 people that actually liked it. I love this game. I put a tremendous hours and hours into this, and I want to get back to this. This is a great game. I would highly recommend this. Thank God that we at least got a few racing games. Need for Speed Rivals. I bought this at launch with my PS4 at launch. It's a good game. Not the greatest game, but it's a good game. Not much of a story. I don't care for the way that you level the cars up, and you can't do the customization that I prefer to do and everything, but it's a fun game. I've put a lot of time into this, and I return to this often. Same with Need for Speed Payback. And even with Need for Speed Payback, it has a big MMO kind of a nature to it where, oh, Dean, you can go online, you can get your shipments, and you can get shipments for neon and for, different colored nitrous exhausts. When you hit the nitrous, you get a blue or purple, tinge comes out of the pipes or whatever. That's only if you play online, apparently. If you play online, then you get all the shipments, you get the bait crates, all this stuff. But you don't get any of that shit, apparently, if you play offline. So it's like gaming is clearly set for people that want to play these games online. And it's like, all right, I guess we got to do something for these offline, these old fucks. Here's a couple of some table scraps for you. And they'll throw you, here's your goddamn campaign. And throw you a campaign or some offline races or whatever. I'm getting discouraged. And this all spawned because of this game Onrush. Now, if anyone's been following me on Facebook and Twitter for months now, you've seen me post at least a half a dozen or to 10 times. I've posted videos of Onrush. I've actually made it a decision just a week ago that I'm going to have to. I can't afford any new game. I'm not going to get Red Dead Redemption 2 at launch. I can't afford it. I have to pick and choose. I'm not going to be able to get the Metro Exodus. I'm probably not going to get anything else this year. But I said, you know what? I'm going to find a way to come up with the money. I'm going to designate the money to at least get Onrush. Why? Because it was the MotorStorm devs, Evolution Studios, man. It was my favorite PlayStation 3 franchise, along with Twisted Metal, the MotorStorm franchise. When I saw the Onrush videos, it reminded me of Pacific Rift. I said, my God, finally I get a modern-day Pacific Rift. Yeah, it had these weird bright colors and crazy stuff. I didn't understand the gameplay at all. I just saw cars going balls out, huge air. It reminded me of, Pacific Rift. They got different classes of cars and trucks and bikes, and it just looked like a really fun, I said, finally, just a nice, fun game. A game for me that I can play, finally. I've only had the fucking PlayStation 4 since 2013. They've ruined, I know I'm going to get flack for this, I'm going to say it anyway. They have ruined Forza with the Xbox One. I do not like the driver tars. My friend Dave at Lawn Boys Post 1975, finally, he broke down. He wasn't going to get one, but he got an Xbox One. I don't know if it was donated or he bought it cheap or what. I don't know. He did some gameplay video a week or so ago of the new Forza 5, 6, 7, one of them. I don't know which one. They all look the same to me. Graphics look fine. You know, they got a good array of cars. Great. I love the raw sound. With everything about Forza has so much polish to it. But all I could see through his whole review, I was distracted from his own words, commentary, because I'm looking at these big white fucking billboards floating, hovering over every fucking car as it's going around the track and cutting in front of them with stupid avatar names, you know, no offense. And it's just like, my God, that's not racing, it just breaks you out of the immersion. I couldn't even pay attention to what Dave was saying. I actually had to stop the video and get up and walk around from it and come back and refocus so I could listen to his commentary, because the visuals of the fucking drivatars drove me crazy. Every time I see them, I just want to pull a fucking 45 out and blast the fucking TV screen. It drives me nuts. I don't want your leaderboard online gimmicks shoved in my face. Have a simple toggle. You can put plate drivatars if you want, or not have them. Why can't they do that? Every Forza, I don't care how nice Forza Horizon 3 looks. It's meaningless to me. If they force the drive, oh, Dean, you can adjust the aggressiveness, you can toggle this on, but you still have them. You still have poor AI that emulates people online that probably aren't the best drivers, to be honest, let's be frank. And I'm not interested in it. When they've got Forza 4, that's perfect. All I need is Forza 4. I'm telling you, this gen is getting so disappointing to me. God only knows what we're going to get next gen. They killed me with this fucking, what the hell is it? Where's the game? I've got it right here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Gran Turismo. I have Gran Turismo 6. Took 7.5 hours to install this on PlayStation 3. The graphics are okay. I mean, I'm so spoiled with, you know, Forza 4 and even Forza 2. It's hard to play the kind of hospital sterileness of the Gran Turismo series, although I do like the precision of the cars and they really get into the minutia of how the car is really handled. There's some good handling physics in it. Just, you got to use the PlayStation 3 controller, which I'm not an enormous fan of, but it's fine. So when they said that they're going to announce a Gran Turismo Sport, I go, thank God. Finally, something for me. I didn't touch the Drive Club game for the longest time, because initially I thought it was an online, server-based online game, and apparently it is that too. And then later, finally later, after the fog clears, you know, months or even a year or so later, I finally hear, what's that? You can play it offline? Oh, well, that changes everything then. So then, like years later, now the game, you can get it for $20 with all the DLC. It's a shame. If I had known that earlier, you know what's funny is that you go online and you look at the website on this Onrush. It's very vague as to the nature. It still doesn't say if it's an online-only game. Yes, there might have, oh, Dean, there's a single-player thing. Well, yeah, there's one in the fucking Gran Turismo Sport, too. To save your progress in Gran Turismo Sport, you got to play online to save your single-player offline progress. Fuck you, guys. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. That's a slap in the face. That game is a fucking coaster. The minute it becomes unpopular, they pull the plug, you might as well just throw this thing out. Just walk over, hit the trash can, and just drop it in, because that's all it's going to be good for. I've said it over and over and over again. If a game is worth playing, it's worth replaying and having in a physical game collection. Or even to play it if it's, you know, the line's blurred with the 8th gen. I mean, even to have it in your hard drive, or at least you own it in the licensing, but you can play it offline now or 10 or 20 years from now. That's all I care about. If a game is a here today, gone tomorrow, flash in the pan game. I had friends of mine that are collecting Xbox 360 games. They got a couple of them they're collecting that are online multiplayer, and the multiplayer is gone. They shut the servers off, but they buy the game anyway. It's like, dude, why? What's the point of it? That's an insult. Every time you look at that game, it's going to torture you that you could never play that game again. I've waited so long for a new Warhawk game. Come out with Warhawk on the PlayStation 3. I remember when that first came out. Same thing. I was so excited. Then I find out after the fog clears and you got to sort through all the minutia and the confusing cloud of information on it. Then you find out that the game is a multiplayer-only game, and the supposed single-player part of it is a fucking brief tutorial, so you can go on, jump on to multiplayer with your friends. I saw it for sale at my Dimples the other day, and I'm like, fuck that thing. It's worthless. I'm not going to buy that so I can play the fucking tutorial. Fuck you. I'm not interested in that. Pardon my language. I know a lot of people don't like the swearing. I don't like people that swear all the time. You know, Alpha Omega guy, you know. I like some of his videos, but it gets a little over the top. When I get worked up, you know, I'm part Greek, I start talking with my hands, and the swearing kind of just magically comes out of somewhere. So please forgive me. I don't mean to, I don't want to be offensive. I don't want to rub any people around. Not everyone's into swearing and the F word and all this stuff, but I'm just so worked up. I am so pissed off that twice, Gran Turismo Sport, I for a year posted videos like a fucking idiot. I was so excited. And then at the last minute, then I find out, what was that? What did I hear? It's online only? Oh, you bastards. I just couldn't believe it. And now this with the onrush. Now, it could be offline too. I don't know, but it's like the single player from what I saw as a tutorial. It's like Warhawk game all over again. Really, guys? Really? Oh, it's not about racing who comes first. It's about team. Everything's about this Punji crap and Fortnite and all of these giant collaborative co-op. I can, if I wanted to, if someone had a Mac 10 to my head, Dean, play multiplayer now, find 2 friends to play with. I just say, you know what? Pull the trigger and hold it. Because there's nothing I can do. I got my friend Mike back east, which would play with me in a heartbeat back in Long Island, but he's on the Xbox, doesn't have a PlayStation 4. That ain't gonna happen. I got a couple friends here and there back east, but they play on this system or that, or there's a 3-hour difference or an 8-hour difference with my friends in the UK. It's impossible. I don't know how people even find the time to play online multiplayer, let alone find the clans or friends to play it. My friend right down the street is about 1.5 miles from me. Him and his son, or son-in-law, are the top 800 Call of Duty players. They made it in the top 800. Now, it doesn't sound like it's very impressive, but considering how many millions of people play that, that's quite impressive. I've gone over there and just swill beer and watched these guys play. I mean, these are like professional Call of Duty players. I remember when Ghost came out, I went over there the first week. They were so excited with the new maps. Every time there's a new map, and Black Ops 2, oh God, you gotta come over and see these new maps, Dean. So I go over and watch. I got some time to kill. I don't care. You know, I clean my airless out. The truck's washed and done. I got nothing else to do. I'll go over and watch them play their fucking Call of Duty. I can handle about 45 minutes to an hour tops. And even watching it, it's like, and these guys are good. It's just mindless. Just Twitch-based people floating around, strange moving, running sideways and jumping and teleporting and rough. It doesn't seem immersive. It doesn't look strategic or really fun to me at all. I had friends back in 2012. Oh, Dean, you want to do a YouTube channel? You got to play multiplayer. You got to talk about that multiplayer in those reviews. I tried it. I tried it for 2 years. Not 1, but 2 years I tried the multiplayer. Shooters. I played co-op with a friend in Florida, Call of Juarez, a Cartel. Games that I liked, I would play in co-op. I tried, and it was a horrible experience. I'm sorry, but every racing game, I played 3 or 4 racing games. I played Twisted Metal online because I loved the game so much, and I was so fucking good at it. I did pretty competitively, actually. Of all of them, Need for Speed The Run and Twisted Metal, I actually kicked ass at. So it felt good. You know, I can see some of the attraction to it, but frankly, I just don't see it. I bought all the Call of Duty maps, extra maps for Call of Duty 2, 3, and 4. Because my nephew comes into town, and we just play the split screen on the maps. I know friends, I don't see how you can play split screen, you can see their map right there. But believe it or not, I can play that for 6 hours straight. It's so fun. Because the person's right there with you. You're eating chips and salsa, you got salsa down, running down his chin. He's pissed off, he's got Tourette's syndrome. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's an interactive couch experience. It's good. I rarely see that anymore. It happens once a year at best. My wife, sadly, is just not into the split screen anymore. I kick her ass and she gets upset, and you know. And if I let her win, I can't win either way. I'm screwed. So it's better with my wife not to play multiplayer split screen. But the snooze with this onrush thing, I was just gutted. I said, the one game that I want. Last year it was the fucking Gran Turismo Sport. This year it's Onrush. I just want a racing game. And it's sad that I've got to play this fucking Burnout Paradise. I got to play a 10-year-old game to have fun. You know what's funny? You know what I realized? Crystal fucking clear, and a lot of other people did too. They don't make games this good anymore. They don't make games this fun, this perfect. There's no bugs. There's no glitches. It plays perfect. Online, offline. You can have your cake and eat it too. This is a good game. Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, good games. Most Wanted, great games. Need for Speed The Run, to me, is a great game. It's a shame. I'm going back to 7th and 6th Gen to have fun. I've got a few games here. You know, what's funny is I'm looking at my PS4 collection. I bet 60% of it are remasters. Remasters. Definitive editions. I mean, I got millions of them. I'm not going to hold every one of them up, but that's all I've got. And I can count on one or two hands of games that I do like. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I know I'm going to love this. I've got to just find a block of time and serenity and peace to sit and delve into this without being I can't play this for 20, 30 minutes at a time and play. I have to sit and have 5 hours at a time to get into this, like Fallout 4. This is a great game. Sniper Elite 3 and 4, I would get a PlayStation 4 just to play these. They're that good. Fallout 4, best 144 hours I've ever sunk in a game. 270 hours in Mad Max. I don't want to finish it because I don't want it to end. It's so good. I could play this the rest of my life. I would get a PlayStation 4 Pro just to play this game, providing that I can get the patch 4, number 4, that fixes all the game-breaking bugs, the map vanishing, stuff like that. But don't even get me going on the buggy games that need multiple patches to fix. They should be perfect from the get-go. You know, the modern gaming. You got this Far Cry 5, with the exception of one review. Every review I have seen of this game shows this X-ray vision, where the guy's inside a house and you can see all the enemies running around inside a van, outside behind a lumber pile from around a corner. You can't. There's no window there, but yet you can see them. That's like cheating. That isn't how I want to play a game. When I play Wolfenstein: Return to Castle, that game is so immersive because it's like being there in real life. You're walking down a hall. You don't know if there's one enemy around the corner or 12 of them. I love that. I don't want to see X-ray vision. It kind of bugged me with these Sniper Elite games. I mean, I understand if you take the time to tag each person, you see a little arrow above their head or something, I get it, but this X-ray vision thing is another thing I hate in modern gaming. It's in every game. I've been sick. I've been wanting to play the Call of Duty World War II. It looks so good. You know, my friend Cameron gave me that gift for Christmas. That was like the greatest gift. That's all I want to do is sit and play the 6-hour campaign or 8 hours, whatever it is. I haven't felt good. I haven't felt well. My hand's been fucked up, so I haven't played any games this week yet. I'm still waiting to play a game. It's getting better. I'm going to be able to probably get a controller by this weekend. It's Friday today. I'm hoping to get on it. So I sat and I watched about half, maybe 60% of Phil at DSP. He's my favorite streamer. I don't watch any other streamers. I've only watched Phil. I just like his crude sense of humor. I don't know what it is. Is it the little girl's voice? He's rage quitting, blaming everything on the game-breaking bugs, and the game's bugging out. Why is this happening? It's so funny to watch. He's terrible at the racing games. I find it very entertaining. So if I'm going to watch anyone play a game, I watch him, and he didn't disappoint. He had some pretty good raging moments in the campaign and Call of Duty, but I'm watching the campaign and it looks good. The graphics look fantastic. I love the authentic. I love seeing World War II again instead of this space wall jumping, double jumping preschool stuff. I'm just not into all that Dayglow. It's not into it at all. I know the Infinity Warfare story sounds good. I might get that one and check it out. But that Black Ops 3, terrible. In fact, speaking of Black Ops, I guess this new Black Ops 4, they're not even at the campaign now. Oh, we got to meet that schedule. We got to stay on target online. Fuck the campaign. I know you've been working on it for 14 months. Fuck it. Let's just do the multiplayer. We'll give them a battle royale mode, I don't even know what I do. Honestly, if someone put a Mac 10 on my head, Dean, what's a battle royale mode? Just put a full clip in and pull the trigger, dude. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. But that's the big thing. Whatever a battle royale mode, everyone's going to have it. So every game, racing game, everything is going to be centered around this online, Twitch-based, everyone on Adderall getting wound. I can't do it. I can't do it. I feel like gaming is dying. It's like the Titanic, and it's going down fast. Fast. It started off slow, but it's picking up speed. The smokestacks are collapsing. I see the stern raising up, and I'm just like, my God, there's not going to be much left. It's not going to be much left. It's every game. We got the new Rainbow Six games. I love these games. They're so good. You can't make a new Rainbow Six game and give us an offline campaign. Come on, man. Payday the Heist, another one? Come on. We got games like Brink, Fuse. I just get this, I didn't even know. I've never played any of them except the third one. I got all these Lost Planet games for the Xbox 360. These look like great games. I just watched a bunch of reviews of these. These look really good, man. I mean, they look like fun games. But I guess even the second one, it's all about co-op. Technically, you can play it offline by yourself. They say the bots are dumb as rocks. Dumb as a stump, and you said you're going to be torturing yourself to try to play this offline, but I'm going to torture myself because that's how I like to play games. I don't want to play these games in multiplayer, but at least it was nice that they offered it, so you could play something, you could play the game offline or online, so at least they have that. I'll take the shitty AI. At least give me something, I'm doubling down, man. I'm buying more of these 7th gen games. I'm buying more. It's all I'm going to do right now. The future I see clearly. I saw it. I was hopeful a year or so ago. I've given up hope, man, because I'm a minority. People are just too quick to embrace every new thing that comes down the pike. I was just at the Dimples store the other day. Big record sale. Hundreds of people are buying records. I'm like, haven't you heard of CDs, guys? They sound so much better. They're compact. They don't take up much space. They sound wonderful. They last forever. Technically, you want to hear the pops and cricks and crackles and skips on a record. Go ahead. To me, if technology works, I move forward. And that's what I live for. I lived back in the Atari 2600 days. I prayed for better graphics. When I saw the Commodore 64, my prayers were answered. I saw the Super NES. It's even better. My God, more colors, more sounds. Then I saw the PS1. I go, this is a whole new game changer. This is the future. I love advancements. I love new technology, but not everything that's new is good. And we're seeing that today. I can only imagine the focus groups and the boardrooms at Activision and EA. I can only visually, I can just see the soy lattes around the tables and a $400,000, beautifully interior design conference room. Well, they're pontificating of what they think that people want. This is what gamers want today. I just saw this thing on Activision. Activision's like not making any new IPs. They get so many great games. EA does too. Man, my God, you guys could print fucking money. And what are you doing with it? They're going to double down on loot crates and all this online crap. I'm telling you, gaming, I'm terrified. I've already heard rumors. Now, I don't know if it's true. I've heard rumors that some people say, oh, Dean, that's not true. That's a false rumor. That there'll be no disk drives in the new PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox 2 or 1 or whatever the next iteration is. If that's true, if it's a streaming service like PlayStation Now, I'll save myself the $500 or $600. I will not buy it. I don't care how great the games look. I don't care how great supposedly the games are. I will never buy into that. If I can't own it and play it anytime I want, I'm not interested. As it is, this generation, I'm nervous. What happens when my hard drive dies in my PlayStation 4? Hopefully I can get a new one a few years from now and transfer the licenses and data over. I don't know. I'm going to play it by year. I've got a big investment in my PlayStation 4. I was going to get an Xbox One, but if I get one or I get the Xbox One X, I'm only getting, and I mean only, there literally is not one damn game other than some new World War II flight game that's got kind of mediocre reviews. But I actually like it. I probably would get that. Maybe that Rise Son of Rome. I really like the graphics on that, even though it's kind of a hack and slash. It just looks interesting. I like the graphics on it, but there's really nothing that I want to play in the Xbox One X, exclusive-wise. Nothing. You've destroyed Crackdown. You ruined it for me. So that's my favorite franchise. It's gone. Forza is my second favorite franchise. You've ruined that. Until you make it optional, I will not play it. I just can't do it. So I'm going to buy a $500 Xbox One X for what? To play old games on that look better. And to me, it's worth $500 to be able to play modern, better-looking versions of original Xbox, and Xbox 360 games. Of course, they don't have my one original Xbox. They get all these new Star Wars games except the one that I want. God, fuck you, Dean. You're not getting Jedi Outcast. Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. You ain't getting it on backwards compatible. I'll give you every game but that one. It's like Microsoft has just given me a giant shaft since 2013. I don't know. So based on that, I don't know. I don't care if I can play Red Dead Redemption in 4K. I don't know that I want to spend the $500 to find out. I'm sorry, guys. This is such a downer, negative rant. I'm just at my wit's end. I think that gaming is really going down fast in a wrong direction. And when everyone and their brother just jumps on the bandwagon and just blindly follows, don't you think I'd like to play The Division? Don't you think I'd love to have a concept, a premise like that? I love the world. I love that premise. My God, that could be an incredible game offline. Someday, when that's not popular anymore, that's going to be a memory. And that, to me, that's like depressingly sad. I could never go back. I'm already depressed now that I can't play a lot of the Commodore games that I used to have. Now, technically, through emulation, and maybe there's a way, I don't even know if you can get a physically working Commodore with the floppy disk. I heard a lot of them don't even work anymore, and the cassettes, they're prone to break and having problems. It's a chaotic system, but if there's a way that I could emulate some of those games, and I supposedly have in my modded Xbox a C64 emulation thing, so I can at least maybe play a couple of those games like Airborne Rangers, thank God. But it's kind of depressing to me that I can't go back and play an old favorite. That's why I love having all my PlayStation 1 games, which I've got down here now. I can play those PS1 games anytime I want. I can play Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I can play Reloaded. I can play Gran Turismo 2 and Twisted Metal 1, 2, 3, and 4 anytime I want. Rallycross, Cool Borders, you name it. Final Doom even, everything I can play. Shockwave Assault, Return Fire. I've got a PS1. Actually, I've got 3 PS1s. I've got one PS1 Slim and then 2 of the older fat gray models. I've got a PS2 fat model. I've got a PS2 Slim model. I like to get one more backup Slim PS2. But it's just nice that I can go back and relive those experiences. To me, that's what gaming's about. That's why I do this YouTube thing. I'm a gamer and I'm a collector. I like to return to the past, but I want to embrace the future. I love my 4K TV. I love the HDR with these games. I played Fallout 4. I'm sorry, that too. I replayed it now. They got the 4K patch. It looks incredible. Uncharted 4, unbelievable. The HDR blew me away. I was like, wow, the future looks great. Thank God there's still a few of those experiences left, but my God, it's getting depressing. It's getting to where every damn game is this offline crap, that 2015 Need for Speed. I love that concept. All at nighttime. It's kind of like the old, Undercover 1 and 2, with that kind of neon and that nighttime and all the cheesy, little gangs and groups. I just love that concept. That game was so depressing that I couldn't play that game. Oh, Dean, you can still play it. No, yeah, for what, another year or so? That days are numbered on that game. That game will be a memory. The very concept of that, I find, is grossly depressing to me. That's why I'll never even play it. I don't even want to get used to it. I don't even want to taste it, because someday I'm going to want to return to it, and I won't be able to. Think about that. When you're young, and I did the same thing, when you're young, all you care about is what's right in front of you. The latest new shiny thing. But eventually, when you've played all the shiny things, and then you get a little older, you start remembering back. God, remember that game? And my friend would come over, my friend Chris, and I'd get rid of my PS1, all the PS1 games. Hey, dude, where's that Duke Nukem Time to Kill? Oh, dude, I got rid of that like a fucking 14 months ago. I don't even have any of those PS1. What, dude? Why did you do that? God, we could have so much fun in it. Well, here, try Manhunt instead. I'm playing the PS2 games now. And I got him hooked on those instead. We had fun with those. But he had a good point. At the time, I would try to argue, that's old, dude. This is much better. Play Twisted Metal Black. It's way better than the Twisted Metal 2 we used to play. And he liked it. And we did have fun playing those games, split screen, whatever. But now I want to go back. Now I want to return to those. And when you can't return to a game, to me that's sad. That's just depressing. That's what this rant's about. Thank God we still got some offline campaigns. I'm dying to play this. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. The arcade mode, I'm not going to even, I won't even touch it. Oh, Dean, you can rank up faster on arcade. No, I don't have online. I don't have PlayStation Gold or whatever, Plus or whatever the hell it is. I don't have it. I don't want it. I'm not going to pay for it. I'll just play the offline aspect only. And it's like you penalize a lot of the fun things you can't do. I like a map generator thing, but I'm not going to go online to play that. That thing will become a passe thing as well. It's just sad to me. You've ruined this onrush thing. I'll probably buy gravel instead. It'll probably be dirt cheap by the time I'll get around to buying it anyway. It'll probably be 15 or 20 bucks. Which is sad. I'm still waiting for a racing game to play in 8th gen. We have no flying games. Oh, Dean, we got Ace Combat. Well, hopefully it's offline. And hopefully, at this point, I'm even nervous about Red Dead Redemption 2. After all the success of GTA 5 online, who knows what the nature of that will be? Who knows? Do we know that it's offline? I don't know for a fact. I don't know. I'm not pre-ordering nothing. I'm not getting my hopes up. It's a shame. I see these shiny, beautiful, bright, vibrant trailers for games. This is new Trailblazer. Oh, another game. Looks great. And paint the track, and the cars look futuristic and cool. It's like a Wipeout kind of a thing. It looks great. Another online multiplayer game. It's like, God, don't. It's torture. It's torture to me. That's my rant on it, guys. You can put in the comments how you feel. I know some of you guys you don't care. You're into what's new. You want to stream the latest new shiny thing, online or off. It doesn't matter to you. But you know what? Someday it might matter to you. And it'll be too late by then because we've already paved this long highway. It's too late to go back and tear it up and redo it. We're going to be forced to go down the highway that's going to be a dead-end street, basically. So that's my rant on it. Leave your comments and feelings down below. I appreciate you watching, guys. No matter what they are, enjoy those games.